All right, this is a video for students who have missed checkpoint 3 and the instruction that goes along with checkpoint 3, which is all about the states of matter. So you're going to want to be in your year view, and you're going to be at your matter project, and you'll be at the states of matter checkpoint, and you'll want that open. So before I talk about the states of matter checkpoint, I want to just briefly go over the different states of matter. So there are 3 states of matter that we are going to focus on for 6th grade, and that is solids, liquids, and gases. So quickly, a solid is a state of matter that holds its shape and its volume. The particles are very close together, and it has the least amount of kinetic energy. So these particles that you see down here are not moving around. An example of a solid would be like a rock, a desk, or a chair. Again, a solid has a fixed volume. The solid has a fixed shape. So if you place it into a box, it's still going to be whatever it is that you put into that box. So if you had a bouncy ball, it's still going to be in the shape of a bouncy ball. Particles are tightly packed together, and the particles cannot move freely. They can only kind of vibrate next to each other. A liquid is a state of matter that takes the shape of whatever container you place it in. It has more kinetic energy than a solid, but it has less kinetic energy than a gas. An example would be water or juice. The volume is constant. The shape can change based on the container that you place it in. So if you place it into a water bottle, it's going to take a different shape than if you were to place it into like a bucket. The particles have little space between them, and the particles can move more freely than a solid. A gas is a state of matter that takes the shape of whatever container it is placed into, and it has the most kinetic energy. So those particles are moving around very quickly inside of a gas. The volume does change. The shape does change. So what I mean by the shape does change is if you were to place it into a regular round balloon, it's going to be in the shape of a round balloon. If you were to place it into a gas into a star-shaped balloon, it's going to take the shape of that star-shaped balloon. If you were to blow up a hot air balloon, it's going to be in the shape of that hot air balloon. There is a lot of space between the particles, and those particles move around a lot. So that is a quick overview of the 3 states of matter that you are going to have to be modeling in checkpoint 3. So checkpoint 3 is pretty self-explanatory. You are just clicking and dragging the circles or the particles to model what a solid would look like. One thing I want you to remember that with a solid, it is its own shape. It is its own definite shape. So when you're putting those particles into the box, make sure you're making a definite shape on its own. A liquid is going to take the shape of its container. So I want you to pretend as if this container is a cup, okay? And then a gas, it's going to take the shape of the entire container. So when you're placing your particles, you need to think about that and put them where they should belong. You don't have to use every circle particle for this checkpoint. Whatever you use that fills it up enough to be correct is good for me. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your science teacher to ask for help. Other than that, have a wonderful day.